We're contacting everyone to find out what's next since the coach took his own life. What happens to any more alleged victims who come forward? For answers, we reached out to the police department and the ICE Forum. After our report on Friday, parents have reached out to us saying they believe their children were also allegedly abused by Coach Jason Greason, who managed the pro shop at the ICE Forum in Duluth. Gwinnett County Police say this all unfolded quickly. Two families went to the police with allegations last Thursday. That same day, Greason took his own life. The department says the case can't move forward since the suspect is deceased and there's no one to prosecute, but USA Hockey Today confirmed it is continuing its investigation. The police department says there were no previous accusations against the coach or other staff members at the ICE Forum, but a spokesperson for USA Hockey says there could be more potential victims, so it's taking this seriously despite the shocking and terrible outcome. USA Hockey wants to talk with all the players and family members who were in contact with Greason and look to see if there are more allegations. We're told the ICE Forum conducts background checks every 2 years and Greason did not have previous complaints. USA Hockey says parents and players met with coaches who told them they could get a refund if they decide to leave the team. But we've heard from parents who are concerned about the support and care for potential victims. And in that case, USA Hockey says it's working on providing resources for the players who come forward. Grief counselors have already been provided. You can count on 11 Alive to stay on top of this story and to continue to press the organization to ensure potential victims receive help. Naima Abdullahi, 11 Alive News.